What's going on, everybody? This is Professor Crypto Banana. So today's video, I'm going to give some updates as to what happened on the Phantom ecosystem side, as well as some projects that I like, caught my attention. I'll give some details that I know. It's also on my list to research for later. And finally, I'll be talking about a project that is not on Phantom that I like. I'll be doing more research on. What? Not on Phantom? You heard me right. So before we get started, I gotta let you know, hey, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything in this video is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Keep in mind that crypto is risky, and please do your own research. Okay, so Phantom, Andre news came out. He was a big person in the DeFi space, helped out a lot with Phantom. Well, he decided to take a break. That caused up a lot of controversy, a lot of differing opinions. Some people were really like, okay, you did us dirty, or the handoff wasn't done correctly. Other people are saying, okay, we understand he's got the burnout, etc. So there's varying opinions, and the fact of the matter is, it's done, and you move forward and you re-examine the situation as is. So I saw a lot on Twitter, people were saying like, oh, move your funds over. Like, okay, people are rotating out. I feel now that perhaps the dust has settled. Everybody that wanted to leave has left. And let's take a look as to what has happened. So in terms of TVL, I got DeFi Llama up. I'll leave all the links in the description. I got a lot of tabs open, so I'm going to be trying to go fast. Okay. So with Phantom, it's got 7 billion locked up, and that is right behind Avalanche, which has 10.64 billion currently. And next up, Binance Smart Chain, Terra, and Ethereum. Now, is the fifth position a joke? Is that something to be like, whatever? Well, it is above Matic, it is above Polkadot, it is above Harmony, it is above Solana. So that should give a little bit of a frame of reference here, as well as the market cap to TVL. If you were to use that as a ratio and compare how much money is on the chain in comparison to how much the token is worth, dang, it's at a very low ratio, which suggests that it is undervalued. But again, not financial advice. So that's really interesting. Yeah, you can see that it took a hit, but either ways, let's just assume that the dust has settled and everybody that wanted to leave probably got out, and this is where it stands. Fifth spot thus far. So let's take a look at some of the projects that do exist out there on Phantom. Now, some of these, may be exceptions, but you get the gist. I got just a list saved, and I sort by the 24-hour to see the price differences. Seems as if Radial definitely had a big jump. Electron token, so that's more of the ProtoFi. DEUS, and we're going to be going into this project right here, right now, as well as the SolidX token. 0x DAO definitely had nice boops, pumps. And let's see here. I know Solid is somewhere. I saw that earlier. I was like, dude, oh, right here. Yeah, it had a nice bounce up, but it definitely tanked after the Andre news. He was the guy that was helping develop it, and then he decided to leave, and now there's going to be a handoff, etc. So so much going on. Check out my previous video, or other people have also, I'm sure, done plenty of videos as well. But let's focus, let's move forward. Yeah, all right. Okay, so taking a look at DEUS Finance. I know about this project before because they did a partnership with Liquid Driver, and other people on Twitter actually mentioned this. I think it was Strategic Hash, and also MJ the Popstar on Twitter. I'll leave links in the description because they were able to pick up on it and said like, hey, this kind of looks interesting. So synthetic stocks and whatnot, I'm not sure if they're fully implemented yet, but I think this is what they're aiming towards, as well as a stable coin. So we'll be going over more details. Nevertheless, yesterday and even today, when I saw this price increase of over 60% roughly, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Especially with the Phantom ecosystem markets going and Bitcoin price going How does that happen? What did they do? Well, I think that they're starting to make more noise in the Phantom side specifically, because the head person here, LafaChief, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. This was already yesterday, so this was before the pump. He said, yeah, with the Solidly thing that's going down here with Andre leaving and the website probably not going to be operational by a certain date, yeah, don't worry, we're going to do the UI, the front website for you, so you don't ever have to worry about it, because the concept is the code is living on the blockchain, but the website helps you interact with the code. Yeah, so I think that they stepped up and they said, okay, here's SOLIDLY.VISION, there you go. And I think that was very well received. Other people were saying DEUS was here before anything, now it's here after everything. Taking the step is the hard way here, should be appreciated, my dear sir. And that's the intro to DeFi. He made a comment about that. I think that was well stated here. So let's briefly go over to DEUS Finance. Let me make this larger so you can read along with me here. So they got some of the supported chains already. They got Ethereum, Phantom, some of these I don't even know, Binance, and Binance Smart Chain, Matic, Avalanche, etc. So they're already branching out with their stable coins and whatnot. I almost got a feel as if it's a Luna tokenomics, where if you get the stable coin, then it burns or creates less supply of the DEUS token, and then vice versa. So that's how I'm understanding it, but again, I have to do more research on this. And yeah, looking at the text, they're talking about creating synthetic stock trading platforms, options, futures trading, and more. So I can definitely see some benefit to that. Now, I would want to know, how are they rising above the competition? I know that they have an oracle called Muon, and I don't know if they own it or if they created it or if it's a partnership, but if you think of Chainlink as an oracle getting the price of something, so let's say, oh, this is the price of Apple stock. It's now at this price, and then it has to keep getting updated. Well, I think the Muon is supposed to be faster and better in some way, so that would be very interesting to hear. So continuing forward, yes, not only that, but DEUS is entering the whole space regarding Solidly. They are trying to build a money market on top of the veNFT, so apparently you can hold a liquid position, borrow against it, or sell on the market. They'll also be hosting a mandatory front end, decentralize everything. So I'm not sure if this project was looking to actually buy one of the coveted top 25 VE NFTs, meaning when Solidly came out, they said, okay, we'll take a snapshot, Phantom ecosystem side, projects that have the top 25 TVL, meaning the most funds with the project, boom, you get a special NFT that I'm not sure how that works. Then you're able to do voting power, etc. I guess DEUS wanted to come in and say after the fact, anybody selling, anybody want, like, we'll step in, we'll come in. That is what I remember, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so then moving forward, yes, so some links, I'll leave the links in the description as mentioned. I'll be probably watching this because I'd like to hear what is their latest updates. I did mention that DEUS is partnered up with Liquid Driver. So you can see right here, you can get into the LP pools out there on Spirit Swap, do a DEUS Phantom combo, and you get the APR currently at 326%. Now, I'm going to assume that that APR is correct, because sometimes the APR can fluctuate, but I'm just going to assume that that's right. I know in the past it was already like 200 something, like 237% last night, so 326% ballpark. Let's see here, so that you may get rewarded in 2 different tokens, and then it combines as that's your APR. 55% in Liquid Driver, 157% in DEUS. DEUS may be bribing Liquid Driver for providing liquidity. So XLQR, that's difficult to say, XLQDR holders may be getting the bribe system once that comes out. So that would be really interesting. Now, I don't know what the rewards would be, but that's something else to keep in mind. I did find this YouTube video with the head person from DEUS with Phantom community alerts, so I want to watch that as well. But that's enough about DEUS. Let's move forward about what's happening with Solidly and 0xDAO. So in the past, I was like, well, after the Andre situation, the Solidly, maybe I'm not going to do that diagram explanation. But if it's getting revived and other projects are getting back in and it's a thing, I may reconsider. So 0xDAO, they didn't make really a tweet about what's the beta website, but on their Discord channel, they did leave a link right here saying that 0xD version 1 burning is happening now live, and you can go to this website, which excuse me, is prefixed with the beta.0xDAO-fi. And I could scroll down here, and there's certain discussions about or certain texts describing what could be your staked amount, stakeable, etc. I don't know about the tokenomics, but just a heads up, there it is. Okay, so enough talking about on the Phantom side. I want to drop down the next project that is not on Phantom. In fact, it is dealing with Cosmos, Atom, and it is called Stars. So Stargaze right here. So what I like about this is going to be an NFT project, or actually the first interoperable layer 1 for NFTs. It's not launched yet, but it will be soon. Man, I'm looking at CoinGecko and I see that there's Atom, right? There's Cosmos, number 20 market cap. So now you're telling me that there's going to be an NFT platform to help out with not only Cosmos, but it's on the IBC, so that means it's connected to everything that Cosmos. So in a previous explanation, in fact, one of my collab videos with Dynamo DeFi, you can check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. He helped me understand that, number one, Cosmos is a layer 0, just ground level layer 0. And then there's different layer 1 solutions. So think about, for example, just to make it easier, you got your Ethereum, your Binance, and everything. And these are all different layer 1s that specialize in certain areas. Okay, so then there's going to be a specific layer 1 called Stargaze that's going to be out there. It's going to be for the NFTs, but the fact that Luna and other tokens can easily go to Cosmos and then bounce to that other layer 1 and be connected through the IBC, I'm like, whoa. And the IBC is just, the way how I think of it is just a very, very nice bridge between all these different layer 1s. So with all this potential of, like, you know, the funds out there on Atom and on Terra Luna and all the other places, this makes sense to me. Again, as you can tell from my explanation, I need to condense it more, make it more concise, but this is why I'm getting hyped. I want to do more research on it. Yeah. So what else can I say? There are certain steps on how to get it. On Osmosis, think of this as the decentralized exchange for Atom. So, man, there's so many more details. I'm going to have to do another video. But even if I were to pair this with some of the tokens, oh yeah, the clicky loud noise. But let's say I were to pair stars with OSMO, which is the DEX token, 86% APR, or let's say with the Atom, I compare that with stars and get 33% APR on that as well. So that's pretty cool. And in addition to that, yes, they're going to be launching extremely soon, going to be 0 gas fees. It's interoperable. It's also going to be Ethereum interoperability via Gravity Bridge. I'm not aware of that, whatever that is, but seems kind of cool. Because obviously there's a lot of funds out there on Ethereum. So bridging, I'm always a fan of that. So 0 gas fee, that's always good. Cool. So what other details can I quickly drop down? Okay, so this is their Twitter page. And it seems as if they were able to do an audit and find a critical bug, and they're patching it. And now the Genesis mint, whatever that means, is going to be delayed till March 11th. My suspicion is that because the NFT marketplace is launching, they maybe selected certain projects that they said, okay, you're going to be the first ones that can mint and host and be on here. This is just my thinking here. They did list out some of the projects that are going to be out there on the Genesis mint. So one of them that I personally like, that I think is really cool. Hold on, which one's it going to be? Which one's it going to be? It's Owlies NFT. Let me just click on that. Now the logo, okay, that looks a little bit different. But when I look at those owls, I'm like, I don't know, those look really cool to me. I like it. I might just get one myself. It's cool. But let's take a look at some of the other ones out there. Maybe second place would be Genesis Rats. It reminds me of Rick and Morty, you know, with Pickle Rick. And he had to fight him. At least that one reminds me of it. And then there's this one I'm not sure about, but again, take a look, feel free. Caught my attention. I'm gonna do more research on that. All right, so in conclusion, regardless of whatever is happening in the markets, I have the mindset that I want to utilize my time to the max. Because maybe it's a down day, but there's still projects that are developing. I can still learn a lot more, and I'm not taking this time for granted. The benefit of doing that is I actually know about a lot of projects. I'm improving my crypto knowledge. I know more about a certain project. Maybe it may not be a good time for me to jump in right away. Maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe it is. Not sure. But at least I have a basis there. So it could happen in the future where all of a sudden, you know, the price isn't behaving the way I want it to. But then all of a sudden I hear some people that I really respect, like, dude, check this out. Have you heard about this? I'm like, is it time now? Is it? Oh, okay. And I've already put in the time to know a basic level as to what's going on. And then with just adding a little bit more, I can catch up super quick. So these are some of my strategies. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.